but we're all going to do this together. It's more for me about what we can get our dogs to do as we're out and about, instead of just walking, finding things to do that's different, finding things to challenge them with. But also there's plenty that we can work on in the heat that's not having to be out and about by putting words to it. So all of your homework can be done in the air-conditioned house. And it's really about the dogs understanding the behavior to the word. So we're gonna go around and introduce everybody, because we're all gonna get to know each other and we're all gonna look silly together. And I promise I will bring my border collie once or twice. She's not any good at it, but we'll bring her. And I'll make Shannon bring Dutch randomly if we can practice. So we'll start right here. Introduce yourself and your dog and just kind of talk a little bit about what you want out of the class.
I'm Megan. This is Maisel. This is Katie, my wife. 9 months old, and we want to have fun. We want her to have fun.
She doesn't realize how big she is, so we're hoping she figures out like spatial awareness.
Nice.
More graceful
With herself? Perfect.
I'm Paula. This is Cooper. We just want him not to be afraid. It's already easy.
I know. Let me out of here.
I remember you.
That's why I moved away from him. I saved his life and he doesn't know it.
He's not afraid of people and dogs.
Just me. It's just me. I literally, like, he was going to be killed by a rancher, so he doesn't know that I saved his life. And I haven't ever done anything wrong. I just like scooped him up and away we went. And he's like, "Wah! What did this lady do? Put me in domestication off the ranch?" I don't know. So
I think it was for the cows.
I think so too. Okay.
Tashi and I'm Sally, and she is 3 and she thinks she's 6 months old.
Woo! Yay! That's good.
What to do? We work with Melissa.
Yep.
And we really want to be able to have her all the time.
Nice. It's good.
I'm Megan. This is Frontier. He's almost 4 and a half. Yeah, we just want to get out and have fun and learn new things together. So, yeah.
I'm Suzanne, and this is Piccola. She's 3 and a half, and she loves to run and jump and learn new tricks. So I'm looking to challenge her with something new. And I think she's good at this. Hopefully she'll be focused because she loves all the other dogs. She's very sociable.
Everybody loves people.
I'm King. This is Foster. He's by far the oldest in the class. He's 10. And I love group training with Joe. So if there's a class and I come and I wasn't going to do this one. I was going to do beginning again because she always says to not set your dog up for failure. And he has not displayed any gymnastic sort of qualities. So I'm not sure how we're going to do.
He will like it.
We have fun.
Yep. I'm Brittany. This is Maisie. She's 2 and a half, and she has she's really fast and loves to do a lot of stuff, and I feel like I'm not challenging her near enough, and I'm terrible at training, so I wanted to come get her active again.
We all feel the same way about being terrible.
Okay.
Only about the people, not the dogs.
Yeah.
Training everybody else's dogs, but not mine. So my 6-month-old puppy does not know what sit or down means, just so you know. She says, "What?" I'm like, "I don't know, but you got to do something. Pretend like you know something." She knows how to get into her kennel when it's mealtime, so we've got that conquered. This is Monica, and she's an intern with us and going through my dog trainer school, so she is here supporting and helping as you need help. You can ask her questions. The most important thing to remember about parkour is there's no trouble, and if they do it wrong, it's okay. And because you can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you get it. And everything that we do, we're going to do in baby steps and build onto bigger things. So just because we get one step doesn't make it wrong. and you need to reward, because if you get 1 step, you'll get 10 steps, okay? So there's no correction, there's no disgust, there's no frustration, because we want them to show us what they think that we're asking them to do and celebrate what you give and what they give to you. In any animal training whatsoever, you have to pay attention to the little fine things to get more. And I was with a horse trainer that was pretty forceful, and he laid my horse down in a fairly aggressive way. And it took us probably 4 hours to lay her down, and she's a fairly aggressive mare anyway. And so today I said, and I haven't laid her down since, and today I said, we're gonna lay down, and we're gonna lay down nicely. And so today I picked up her foot and just asked her to put her nose to the ground and relax her muscles. That's all I asked her to do. And it took me 2 or 3 minutes of just holding her foot, and she finally dropped her head and relaxed. And we ended it for today. And that may be where I get the next 6 months. And so it's not about getting frustrated in anything that we do. My 6-month-old puppy, I don't train and do formal training with her at this point. We're just learning how to be a dog, and I celebrate those things that she gives me, as long as it's not peeing on the floor. But if she gives me something good, I'm going to give her something good back. So as we're doing this is not a comparison. You have to all promise your dog that you will not compare your dog to somebody else, okay? And this is not about getting in trouble and being the best in comparison to everybody else, okay? So there's going to be weeks that you might not get your homework done. Every week is a building block, so you can work on it here. So the first thing in any training that we do, we need a sit, we need a down, we need a wait, and we need a heel. And when we have those things, then we start building on it. So I want everybody to stand up, pull your treats out, put your dogs on their harness or their martingale collar. Either one is fine.
Either, but not both.
Either, but not both. That she has.
Are you clipping with
Yep.
here?
Yep.
Do you want it
On the back.
back?
Yep. As we get progressing, it's really important that your dog doesn't get choked and hung up. That's why we use harnesses and martingales, because we're going to be supporting them through the harness. And the harness also doesn't let us correct like we need to, like we think we need to when we're training obedience stuff. So it's okay if they're pulling a little bit. It's okay to just kind of feel it out a little bit, okay? Everybody got their treats out? I want you to ask your dog, take a step forward if they're already sitting, take a step back, whatever, move, stop and ask them to sit. I want you to do it 3 times. I want you to get 3 sits that you would think is good. And celebrate with food right now. Try and really focus on the word and not giving any information down the leash. And when you get your 3 sits, then ask for 3 downs. She's cute. I know.
So cute.
What does weight mean? What does weight mean? Weight. Okay. What does weight mean?
Stay until you're released.
Okay. What does weight mean?
Wait means whatever I tell you, don't do any more than that.
Okay. Okay.
Stay until I tell you different.
Okay. What is weight?
Not right now. I'll give it to you in a second.
Okay. What does weight mean to Buster? Weight mean. Okay. What does weight mean? Okay.
Which she does it for a little.
Okay. So weight is going to be a holding pattern, if you will. So when we ask for a walking forward, this is how we're going to practice it. Can I use Buster? Let's grab a treat. Hi, friend. Okay, so you're going to walk forward and give a weight. And I just want a holding right there. I don't want anything more. Walk forward. It's my mom. Yay, right here. Wait. Good. No, right here. He is the happiest guy. Buster. Buster. Hi. Leave it. Hey, leave it. Hi. Walk forward, wait. Yay, now you can go back to your mom. Yay. Don't be sorry. This life is good, right? A 10-year-old guy that's like, woo! So you're going to step with the weight. We're just teaching that stop and hold position, okay? So to pull your treats out, step forward and just give a weight. It won't ruin your stays, I promise. Don't keep moving your hand. That hand is going to be that wall for right now. But make sure you put a word to it. Nope, try and keep them standing. And you shouldn't use the leash. Yep.
You could have gotten like putting the food there.
Right there. Yep, food right at the nose. And if they're sitting your treats too high, if they're downing your treats too low, so you want to keep that hand right at the level of their shoulders. Nice, Cooper. Good. Try not to use the leash to pressure, because with parkour that leash goes away. Nice, Piccola. Just drop your hand a little bit more. Few little steps. Remember, you don't have to go a long way. Just a few steps with a weight and a few steps with a weight.
Has her nose down to the grass, so
Go ahead and do it again. Let me see.
follow her.
There's something really good right there, because Buster was very fixated on it when he walked into. So kind of talk to her a little bit, kind of click to her a little bit. Up, 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 up. There you go. Keep talking. Good.
Maisie.
Just talk to her.
Maisie. Maisie, come here.
Go ahead and pull her over to you. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Good girl. Good, good, good. Wait. Good. Perfect. And you can, even if it helps, put your treat like right at her nose with just a walk forward and a wait.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Working over here.
I know.
line up straight across here. And we're going to introduce a heel. So keep your dogs to you, because if this class turns into a playtime, you're not going to get them working. Does she have a heel? 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 Leash manner, heel? Heel? She have a heel? Leash manners? Heel? Kinda? Okay. Heel. So your heel is head up, focused on you. So everybody needs to be on a sit at your left side or your right side, I don't care. Use treats if you need to. Put yourself in that position if you need to. If you don't have your dog's attention, then put treats at their nose and get their attention. All you're going to do is take one big step with a heel command and food. Heel and stop and treat. Okay? You will put some pressure on them to be there, but you want the food to really be the focus so they're not feeling so pressured. And those that know it don't have to use the food, but I want a reward with that. Okay? So it's heel, don't ask for a sit. I don't care if they sit when you stop. I just want them maintaining that position. And then take a step. You're going to do 5 steps with a heel. Good. 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 So don't let Miss Maisie, well, what she'll end up doing is just feeling like once we start doing things, she'll just want to play. So just really pull your food out, get whatever you need to do to get her attention. Yeah, I don't care. Yep, for sure. Or down. They don't, it's just, we're not asking for anything once we stop. It's just come with me and stay by my side. And then once you've done 5 this way, turn around and do 5 back. Next thing that we're going to add to this is a walk and a drop. And you can say anything but down. Most people use a drop, okay? So what that looks like, can I hear your treats? Hi. It looks like this. You're going to go sideways with them. You're going to walk and drop, and they'll get faster at it, and then you're going to walk and drop, and you're going to walk and drop. So you're not giving them the walk command, but you're going to give them the drop command. My hand is full of treats and I'm right here with them the whole time, okay? In front of them. The only word that you're going to use is the drop. 3 times. Nice. And then turn around and go 3 back. Yay! Okay, who knows roll over? The dogs. Do we have a roll over? Kinda? Roll over? Roll over? Okay.
If there was cow poop, we probably could.
Roll over? Okay. Let's see if I can get her over.
Oh,
Miss legs.
God, she's a kind woman. Want more?
Now we. Hi, friend. Okay, there's steps to roll over, and you treat each step. The first step to roll over is down. You're not going to tell them anything. We're just going to get behaviors until we get the roll over, and then we can tell them roll over. So your first step is for them to lay down. Good. And I'm treating. My second step is to get a hip shift from one to the other, and that is by turning the nose from one way or the other. So I'm going to tip her head this way by keeping treats at her nose to get the hip. As soon as the hip shifts, I treat for it. My next step is to get this shoulder underneath her, and you do that by taking the nose to the shoulder. So if I take the nose to the shoulder, it drops the other shoulder, and I treat for that. My last step is to take the nose over the shoulder. Don't go like this. You're going to stay tight. Good. Yay! Very good. Yay! So we got down, hip, shoulder, head over the shoulder. Okay? Hi. You ready? So down, hip, shoulder, and roll over. Yay! Okay? Okay, we're going to practice that. Spread out a little bit. Nope, you don't say anything until you get to the rollover. We're just, you have to take them through their steps because that's how they think.
Okay.
Nope. So there you go, perfect. Help him.
Do I like actually push him?
Yep, there you go. Sometimes you have to shape. You don't want him to get panicky at that point. Yep, so you can help, and then eventually he starts figuring out. Yep, they all do have a side. So that's fine. So now you're just going to work the other side. So that shoulder. Nope, so this hip is this way.
Yeah,
So this shoulder has to come down. So now
So where do I
head goes here to get that. And then if you kind of rotate your...
You got a freebie.
Whoops. Hi. Yay. Yay. Yay, Piccola. Right? Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Never even tried this.
So we've got the hip shift already. Let me grab some of your treats.
Not very many left.
We'll spill some from somebody.
Worked away from home.
so, and you can kind of just let them lick a little bit if you don't want to give so much. So you take that nose and just really tight into the shoulder. And sometimes you're just a little nervous about it, so you just let it, just reward it. Just be okay, good. You're okay.
She loves being on her back, but I don't know about.
Good, 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 good. Yeah, there, good. So I'm just gonna reward right here, and I'm gonna pet. Good, very good, good. Good, yeah, very nice. Good. And then I'm gonna help her. And she says, woo, there you go. Good, yay, very nice. Yay. You're welcome. So put more treats in your hand.
Okay. Oh, so there's more smell. Okay.
And so, there you go, treat. And keep her really engaged to your hand. And so, she shifted that way, so you just kind of move around a little bit. And treat, and then keep your hand close to here. And treat, and then finish it on over. And just stick with her nose. Good. And I'm gonna, sometimes it's just taking this and going, yay, roll up, yay, and then so she knows. And sometimes their mind just gets stuck there, and so you just move slower, and by having all the treats in your hand, you're able to kind of dish it out, and it keeps them engaged with you. Is he doing it? No. I love it. There she goes. Yay, very good. Good, yep. We got it? As they're rolling over. Yep, so you start telling them to roll over as they're rolling over. Yay, Buster. That's what they like. Yay! She's got it now.
I'll do it, just give me the drink.
Okay, targeting. Does Buster know targeting? Okay. Targeting. Okay. They'll pick him up. Targeting. Okay. Targeting. Targeting. Targeting.
I'm with everyone else. We're no.
Okay. We're not good at it, but know it.
She knows it,
Okay.
but she's not.
Okay. We're going to go through it. You'll be surprised at how quickly everybody picks it up.
We have 3 points. Oh. Within a password.
That's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. The first step to targeting is to load your target. So even if they haven't done it in a while, you'll load your target. And loading your target means what, for those of you that know? Yep, so the treat's on the target, so you create value to the target. So everybody load their target, one treat at a time as they're taking the food off the target.
So on top,
On top, yep. So one treat and they eat it. And I want them focusing on that target, not your hand. So just get down with them, get close to them, get down on the ground, just like Paula and Cooper. Just get down there and treat one after another, maybe 6 to 10 treats. This is the easiest part. He's like, got this. As soon as your dog is staying focused on the target, not your hand, then I want you to just raise your hand so I know where we're at with everybody. If your dog is focused on the target the whole time, like they're down and focused and there. They don't have to be laying down, but most of the time they do. Okay, your second step is what's called a touch and load with the word yes added into it. So they have to touch the target with their nose. You say yes, then the food goes on the target. So it's a touch, yes, load. So you'll wait, just stay focused on the target. You don't have to hide your treats behind you. Just keep them forward and being willing and open and ready to give. And stay focused on the target. So they'll touch it. You say yes, and then you put the treat on the target.
you don't point to it or any other way.
Just stay focused on it. They'll eventually go to sniff the target to see if it's on there. Bring your hand forward with her. Yeah, bring it up a little bit to you. And back off the target just a little bit so she can't stay in your hand. There you go. Good. Totally fine. Yep, it's fine. Yep, it doesn't matter if it's a touch. Make sure you say yes. Yes marks the correct behavior because this is going to be critical as we start doing stuff, that we mark the right behavior. So they keep working for the yes. Step 2 is always the hardest and the longest for them to pick it up. So just stay focused with it. When you feel like you got it, raise your hand so I know. Just stick with him. Just look down at the target. When he looks at you, yeah, good. Yep. Anytime he looks at you, you look back at the target. And that'll help him clue into, oh, it's the target. Nice, good. Keep it right there in front of them. You don't have to move it around. Just keep it right there in front. Good girl, good. Good. Your third step is the treats come from your hand. So they touch it, you say yes, and the treat comes from your hand. just kind of pull her over to you and just re-engage. Good. As you start building distance away from you. So now next step would be to stand up and you wait for them to touch and you say yes and they come to your hand, not you go to them. They've got to come to you. So you will use that. They're going to touch it, you say yes, and then they come to you to get the food. So it's going to look like this. Paula, will you just demonstrate? So you have your target, they touch it, yes, and they have to come to you. So you don't want to keep scooting your target around all the time. You just move away from it. As soon as they touch it, say yes. Laying down on it counts if it's deliberate, if it's purposeful.
How can I get her to focus on? She's looking at my hand.
So as soon as she looks at you, there she is. As soon as she looks at you, look down at the target and just be real deliberate. Like look at her and then look to the target. And if you need to just take your toe and tap it on the target, like what you, yep, it's totally fine. Good, yeah. And now have her kind of get up from that position once she touches it, and you say yes, like make her move to you. We'll get her again. We'll get her going again. Sometimes bringing a variety of food, even like cutting up some apples and cheese and stuff like that, just so you can kind of keep it going.
Like a lot of raw chicken right before we came here. Should we not like feed her?
Yeah, no, she's now just trying to process food. She's kind of in a food coma.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do a little course, and then we'll talk about homework. And I have a sheet that has everything on it, so you don't have to remember. Okay? The last thing is you're going to be in this position, their front 2 feet here, and their head up here. And that's just a luring exercise. And this is I am the king. Okay? So I am the king is front paws up, sitting up, and they don't have to be in a sit. They can be in a stand, up on your legs, up here. So you want their nose to be up. Okay? If you have to place them there a little bit, it's okay. There you go. Perfect. That's what we're heading into. Put the treat low, bring him into you. So what I would do is she's getting it, is I would either come into you this way or bring them up into you and treat this way. So put the treat right at her nose. Lean back and just kind of open yourself up. Yeah. There you go. Any movement to you, give her a treat. Don't be stingy on food. You don't necessarily need to treat right at the end, but any movement to you, treat for it. You'll get more. And you got to lean back a little bit to open yourself up to kind of bring them up forward. I'm really old too, Jean. So sit, can you sit down? Totally fine. Yep, yep. There you go, treat, just treat for that. There, good, good. And then lean back just a little bit. That was fast. Yeah, so you got to drop your legs so she's on, you can, yeah. Okay. So as you're here, you just kind of lean into it up this way. Yeah, right there. There you go. And then just lift your hand up so she comes up higher, more of her chest on you. Okay. And so she's bringing her feet up because you're moving the treat too fast. Okay. So just slow down as you come and just slow her down. And you can kind of support her a little bit and just any little step to, like a step on the leg would be a treat. And move slow there. Treat that. Any touch of the foot to your leg would be a treat. Sometimes we work so hard at not letting our dogs jump on us, and now we're asking them to do this, and they're like, wow, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Good. Just keep asking her to come forward a little bit. You can take her harness and kind of lift her up into where you need her to be. Yeah. Good. Now lift your hand up even a little bit higher so it's past you. Okay, we're going to do a little course. It's going to be heel, drop, heel, roll over, heel to your touch, so everybody put your touch at the end, and then it's going to be follow me and down with I am the king, this way. Whatever you've got is going to be good enough. Heel, drop, heel, roll, heel, touch, follow with coming down and I am the king. Come on, I'm almost 50. You guys are much younger than that. You can do it. Somebody have any extra? She's got some. Do you need some? Whenever you're ready to start, it's heel drop, heel roll, heel touch, follow, and I am the king. And go slow, they're trying to remember it too. Heel drop, heel roll, heel touch, and then I am the king. And then follow, and I am the king. Nice, yay. mister.
See, this is much more serious.
Not so serious.
Just living her best life right now, just rolling around. You want these back?
Yeah, you can just toss them in the pile here.
Oh gosh, you okay?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Oh. Thank you. You're welcome.
Target cat.
Perfect.
We're gonna work on that.
So if everybody wants to come in a little bit closer and just ask them to down and just let them take a breather for a minute. Just new, something different, right? So where things are going at with targeting is when they get the target down, it helps them stay focused. But we'll also do things where we're moving a target up a tree to get them jumping up and bouncing off of. And so when they are really into targeting, they focus in and do everything they can to get to the target. So targeting is going to be really important to work this week, and put it in different places. Put it up on things that they can get up on. Don't put it up on stuff they're not supposed to get up on. But also create movement with your drop. Create movement with your rollover. Because what the whole big picture of parkour is, I'm going to run, I'm going to touch my target, I'm going to jump off of here, we're going to jump over that, we're going to roll, and then, so there's a lot to everything, but targeting and your motion and then being able just to kind of move and roll is really important. So if everybody will just kind of sit down, that is hers. Sit down with your dogs and just give them a good massage before.
Oh, there are no more trees. That's it.
And just slow, deep movements. No scrubbing, just really slow, and just rub the legs and rub the chest, and just make sure that they're appreciated. And just let your emotions, let them know that you appreciated the day. Your obedience in little steps go a long, long way. So when I say 3 times, when I say 5 times, it's all it needs to get better and better and better. Your training sessions don't need to be a half hour. They need to be 2 to 3 minutes, a couple of times a day. Having them work for their food in the morning. And so you're heeling down the hallway as you're feeding them breakfast. Those types of things are what makes your dog better. Not a constant over and over and over and over. Because what happens is they are here, and then we get really good sits, and we have a tendency to keep pushing, and then it goes downhill. And you want to end on that goodness. And things happen for dogs in getting perfection in 3 to 5 times. If you do it 5 times, you've pretty much peaked of how good you're going to get for that moment. So don't keep trying for more and more and more. If what they're giving you is this, accept that, and then the next time you do it, they'll give you a little bit more. But it's just like us. If we're completely exhausted and somebody keeps asking us to do it, we get worse, not better. And it becomes not fun. And so then we just want to stop. So keeping it fun, keeping it exciting, and we'll get to the moon and we'll get to the stars, but we've got to somewhere find the clouds first, right? And so don't push so hard. Just little practices, okay? We want perfection, and I'll have perfection on my puppy when she's like 10 years old. But you really just have to appreciate what they have to offer and really just work with what they're giving you for the day. Okay? Does anybody have questions? What's that? I know. She's like, how'd I do? Give me 5. Give me 5. Okay. What's that? Right, right. What's going to happen is the more you train through this with food, the less exciting it becomes. And I know that sounds crazy, but I had a client that her Rottweiler was so fixated in a very unhealthy way of tennis balls, like really bad. And so we threw 100 tennis balls in the house and lived with 100 tennis balls. And he finally was like, I just can't keep up. And so then the tennis balls became a fun game, and when it was done, he was like, oh, okay, we're done. We can do this. So don't get so fixated on the treats. Get fixated on the behavior, and she'll start shifting with you. Okay? And little treats. Baby little treats. And carrots and apples and things like that are good for them. Peas, if they like peas. Great. If you know what, it doesn't have to be, most of the time the dog treats that we get are junk food anyway. It's like buying a bag of candy. So if you train with their food or fruits and vegetables, it's totally fine. Totally fine. So don't feel like we have to do the dog treat thing. It can be whatever they're going to work for, and she'll probably work for whatever. So use something healthy that's going to not put pounds on her. Also, through this training, you want to watch calories, because you're going to decrease your dog food a little bit at a time. Don't just cut it. So because there's calories in what we're doing. So it's all about what they get in calories, not the amount of food that you put in their bowl. If I give mine a raw bone, their food gets cut in half for that time. So it's more about the calories, not how much you're feeding. Okay. Okay.
Are we always going to meet here?
We will. It will. There's a section in this park that's got a pond, and there's rocks and hills and stuff. So we'll eventually we'll kind of work our way through the park, actually. So, but we will always meet here. Okay. Lovely.
Same time.
Same time.
7 or 7:15?
7:15. Okay. That way it gives everybody a little cushion of life.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. It's good seeing everybody.